Drivers on Canada's busiest highway were shocked to see a U-Haul van speeding in the wrong direction. Not far behind, Durham police giving chase. Seconds later, thick smoke could be seen billowing from a fiery crash that killed an infant and two grandparents.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. Shalom. This is Brother Ahawad of GMS Toronto coming back with another one. This is a ritual, right? But believe it or not, today, it's May 1st or May Day, aka Beltane, one of the highest, well, the second, the witch's high holiest day is Samhain, or what we today call Easter. Today is May 1st or May Day, which the ancient Celts, which were so-called black people, right, were our people, were Israelites, and also mixed in with the Hamites as well, because the Phoenicians were a mixture of the Hamitic peoples along with Israelites. But today is Beltane, right? One of their highest days. And what happens on days like today? Bonfires, right? So this is just a bonfire. It's a sacrifice onto their god Molech, right? This is also known as a feast to Molech, or blood sacrifice to the beasts. Okay, so all of this is just a ritual. Esau trying to get blessings or trying to get protection, using the different sacrifices. You had an infant, right? So they were probably expecting more people to die. I'm surprised that the crash wasn't more major, right? They probably wanted it to be way more catastrophic than it was, but this is all for the veneration of the god Molech, right? Now this is from Wikipedia, and this is Beltane. And all you got to do if you want to see where see the different pagan holy days, all you got to search is witch's wheel, or witch's wheel of the year, and you'll see the different high holy days of these witches, these neo-pagans. But it says Beltane, Irish, is a Gaelic May Day festival marking the beginning of summer, which we're in now. It is traditionally held on May 1st, but it really starts from April 19th. And from April 19th to May 1st, which should be, what is that? That's 13 days, right? That's known as the blood sacrifice to the beasts. So from April 19th all the way up to May 1st, it's all ritualistic time where you can have child sacrifice, animal sacrifice, okay, by burning, right? Usually by burning, okay? It says, or about midway between the spring equinox and summer solstice. Exactly. Historically, it was widely observed in Ireland, right, where our people ruled, you so-called blacks. Scotland, right, which goes back to the word Scotia, right, which means black, so black land. And the Isle of Man, in Irish, the name for the festival day is La Beltane, right? In Scottish, Latha Beltane. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is what I wanted. It says a Wicker Man bonfire for Beltane at Buster Ancient Farms. See? And they design, because even though they're pretending like they don't sacrifice people, they're still pretending like it's a person, because this is what they used to do. right? So when we just watched that crash and they're like, oh, the smoke was billowing. Well, that's the same thing that's happening here. And they used to watch animals being sacrificed, people being sacrificed, children being sacrificed. And a lot of times people would offer themselves up unto their gods. Right? It was a lot of times it wasn't even forced. It was an honor for a lot of these people to sacrifice themselves. Right? Let's hit, it says a wicker man. So this is a wicker man. A wicker man was purportedly a large wicker statue in which the Druids, priests of Celtic paganism, sacrifice humans. You can't go around that, man. And animals by burning, right? The main evidence for this practice is a sentence by Roman General Julius Caesar in his commentary on the Gallic War, 1st century, right? So this is what these people did, and it wasn't a lie, right? They 100% sacrifice people, and that's what we literally just watched. Okay, we watched a human sacrifice where they killed where an infant was killed on the 401. Okay. Now, this article is from the Washington Post, and look what it says. It says the eternal search for May Day magic, roaring bonfires, which we just saw, ritual sex, even some historians suggest human sacrifice. Well, they don't have to suggest. That's something that we already know. Okay? That's what they did. It says those ancient Celts partied pretty hard, partied pretty hardy, and never hardier than on Beltane, May Day's riotous ancestors. And that is very true, right? That was our people. And that's exactly what they did. They were a bunch of wicked men and women. This is from, where is this? Hastings. It doesn't matter. This is the true history of Molech, the ancient god of child sacrifice. Perhaps no pagan deity was more reviled as Molech, a god whose cult reportedly sacrificed children in a furnace set inside the belly of a bronze bull, right? Like when we came out of Egypt and the people forced Aaron to make that bull, right? Going to Molech, right? Alluding to Molech. It says throughout antiquity, sacrifice might have been utilized in times of great strife, but one cult stands out from the rest for its brutality, the cult of Molech, the alleged Canaanite god of child sacrifice. The cult of Molech, or Molech, is said to have boiled children alive in the bowels of a big bronze statue with the body of a man and the head of a bull, offering, at least according to some inscriptions in the Hebrew Bible, were to be reaped through either fire or war. And it's rumored that devotees can still be found to this day. Right? That's how wicked these people are, man. Right? So when we're telling you, brothers, that, hey, this was just a ritual, right? And that infant, this is just a modern way of sacrificing a child, right? And they also have to make it look dramatic to where people can just blame the perpetrator and just be like, oh, this happened because of this. They don't understand that this is how the elites gain their power, or this is how the elites gain enlightenment on the left-hand side, right? Ritualistic animal sacrifice and ritualistic child sacrifice. And because we're in the time of the feast of Molech, right, that means that a child would have to be sacrificed, okay? Because we're in that time from April 19th, that 13-day period, right, which is that blood sacrifice onto the beast, right? So what does the beast like? It likes children's blood. Now, this is Jeremiah 32, verse 35. And they built the high places of Baal, right, which is another name of Molech, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. So this is how wicked our people are, man. Because our people, the Israelites, you know, this is stuff that they do as well, even up to today. Even up to today, our people do stuff like this, man. Buju Banton, I think Davido, Spraga Benz, a bunch of these artists and entertainers, they do this all the time. They make sacrifices all the time. Kobe Bryant, right? But Kobe Bryant, he sacrificed not only his child, he sacrificed himself as well, because his daughter died in that fiery crash, right? Because remember, they died in a helicopter and it was burning with flames. It was fiery, right? That's a sacrifice, man. Okay? And that's a ritual. These are all ritualistic killings, man. This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 2. Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. You see how serious these things were back in the day? All these things were outlawed, man. Now we're having debates and things about abortion. Right? I was going to tie this video into abortion, but that should be a separate video on its own, man, because that's also going into child sacrifice, man. So they promote child sacrifice all throughout this world, man. This shouldn't be nothing shocking. This video shouldn't be shocking to anybody, because these people kill babies every single day. Thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of babies die by the hands of abortionists, man. And people rejoice. When those laws are passed, women rejoice, which means that they're rejoicing at child sacrifice. So I don't know why this is a big deal for people, why people get so bent out of shape. Oh my gosh, he's talking about child sacrifice. Yeah, people do it all the time.
Brody Mills captured the scene on video Monday night in disbelief.
The speeds would be above 160 if I was to guess, because I was doing 110, 120, and it was as if I'd parked my truck on the highway when they passed me.
Investigators say the chaotic pursuit began with a liquor store robbery, witnessed by an off-duty officer.
I'm thinking, what is this guy doing going the wrong way? Then I'm thinking, he's coming really fast. I better move.
The chase was over within 20 minutes. Investigators say it ended with at least 6 vehicles.
Hey, and see all them red and blue lights? You see the police? Police are just referees for the real world, right? You know, you have referees in a game. This game of life that we're playing, or that the elites are playing, the police are just the referees, man. Right? That's why they have the red and blue lights, right? That's why they have the red lodge and the blue lodge. The police are lower illuminaries, man. They're lesser illuminaries. They're not high up on the totem pole. Someone high up would be like a chief of police. Those people would be high up. A detective could get up there if he joins a lodge and he becomes like a 30th degree member, a 31st, 32nd, 33rd degree, yeah. But regular police, you guys in your uniform, you red stripes, you blue stripes, you don't really have any knowledge of what's really going on in the world, right? You don't understand that there's going to be times where you're going to let certain killings happen. You're going to turn your back because you're going to understand that it's a ritualistic killing, or it's a ritualistic time, and you'll turn your back. Right? Because this chase should have been called off. First of all, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. Why would a police officer be chasing a car down the wrong way of the highway? That's stupid. That's dumb. Because everybody knows it's not going to end well. Even an OPP officer, which is the Ontario Provincial Police, said that as well, which they're going to comment on that.
Vehicles crashing. The driver of this transport truck escaped without serious injury. The suspect was the fourth person killed.
We'll be getting communications recordings, doing interviews to figure out what happened, when, and why.
Let's rewind.
Then I'm thinking, he's coming really fast. I better move.
The chase was over within 20 minutes. Investigators say it ended with at least 6 vehicles crashing.
You heard what they said? 6 vehicles crashing, letting you know that it's a ritual. It's either they're going to mention 6 people dead or something to do with 6. They just said with 6 vehicles crashing to let you know that this is just a ritual taking place during the time of Beltane, right? The feast to Molech, right? Or the blood sacrifice onto the beast.
The driver of this transport truck escaped without serious injury. The suspect was the fourth person killed.
We'll be getting communications recordings, doing interviews to figure out what happened, when, and why.
Durham Regional Police have their own helicopter.
Exactly. Conversation's done. Why would a police officer need to chase a big U-Haul van? You know how easy it is to spot a U-Haul van? Come on, man. There's different markers on the van. There's probably tracking devices and everything in the van. You know what I mean? So why did they do that?
And it's not clear whether officers considered requesting the chopper or other means.
The police must be able to show later on that if they had not pursued that vehicle, then there would have been a higher risk to the public.
Exactly. And guess what? There wasn't a high risk to the public because all the man stole was alcohol. How was that a high risk to the public if somebody stole alcohol? There's videos all throughout the internet where people are stealing alcohol and all people do is record them and they walk right out the store. How come there's no chase then? Why did there have to be a big chase now? Why is this on every single news station? Not only because an infant died, but because they're actually celebrating this. This is a good time. This is a good thing. You people are in mourning. These people are not in mourning. This is a ritualistic sacrifice, man. And it's something that's good for these Celtics and these Druids, man. Right? These Druid pagans, these neo-pagans.
Police regulations state an officer will not initiate a vehicle pursuit without first weighing the risk to public safety. That very issue discussed on provincial police radio.
Just want to make sure the Durham sergeant's aware that they're driving the opposite direction. Someone's going to get hurt.
Exactly. That's what an OPP officer said. I just want to make sure the Durham sergeants aware that they're driving the opposite direction. Someone's going to get hurt. But guess what? They've already cleared for somebody to get hurt. They were hoping that it was going to be bigger than this. It was supposed to be something huge, something that can go global, put Toronto on the global stage again, because Toronto has been doing a lot of sacrifices, man. Right? Maybe the Toronto Maple Leafs sanctioned this, right? So they can do a sacrifice to try and win a what's it called? A Stanley Cup. Who knows?
Thomas, there was another person in the van that police were chasing. What do we know about him?
Ontario's Special Investigations Unit hasn't said whether that man is considered a suspect or how he came to be in that cargo van that officers were pursuing. Investigators have only said that the man was injured in all of this. As for...
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11 in the NLT. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes, right? And we're familiar with the ritualistic killings that happen during the time of certain high holy days of you heathens, right? You Edomites. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as a God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? So we're in that time of revealing, man. That's why these lessons are so important, man. And that's why it's so important that brothers share information, because we're not going to be ignorant of Satan's devices. That's why it's becoming harder and harder for him to even make a move, because as soon as he makes a move, we're there to interpret what he's doing, which is a beautiful thing. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right. So with that, I'm going to end the lesson. I'd like to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Till next time. Kwam Yasharallah.